Welcome to another episode of Politics with Samuel. Today we'll be taking a quick look at Joe Biden's approval rating. Currently, around 54.2% of Americans approve of Joe Biden, whereas 34.7% of Americans disapprove of him. If we look at polls of likely or registered voters, because those are people actually electing the president, around 55% or 55.1% approve of Joe Biden, and around 36% disapprove, more like 35.7. We check out polls of adults, not just registered voters. It goes a little down for Joe Biden, but the disapproval rating also goes down to about 53.1 to 31.2. If we look at Biden, how Biden compares with past presidents, we can see that, if we start with Donald Trump, we can see that he exceeds Donald Trump at any point in his presidency. Currently, with Biden's approval numbers at 54.2%, Trump's at 44.1% when they entered office, and at no point in his term does Trump ever exceed 50%. If we look at the disapproval rating, Biden's disapproval rating much far below Trump. At the beginning of his term, his disapproval rating was at 42%. Biden's is at 34.7. If you look at net approval, which is also very important, Biden's net approval is clearly, according to this chart, higher. If we compare this to Barack Obama, we can see that Biden's approval ratings are lower than Barack Obama's when he entered office, but are higher than some of the lower points in Barack Obama's term. Since Barack Obama served for 8 years, we can see that Barack Obama goes as low as 41%. That's a 13-point decline from where Biden currently is. If we look, he's about the same place as George W. Bush as he gets a big leap in 9/11. But he goes as far down as to the 20s, mid-20s, but still pretty low. He's about the same place as Bill Clinton, who had a pretty high approval rating. Maybe that presents a trend that he'll be having a high approval rating for the majority of his term, but we can only make predictions here. His approval rating is lower than Bush's approval rating, but Bush's approval rating collapses during his term. So I don't think it's a good comparison. His approval rating's almost on line with Reagan's. If we look here, it's a little bit higher, actually. Reagan had a relatively high approval rating, going down a little bit, but throughout the course of his term, his approval rating was pretty stagnant at about between 40 and 60. So he had higher approval ratings. If we look here, he had a relatively low approval rating compared to the rest of these presidents, but their approval ratings goes down quickly after entering office, like Johnson, Carter, and Ford. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Politics with Samuel. See you next time. And if you haven't already, please push the button below to subscribe and tap the bell for updates about new videos. And please, if you enjoyed this video, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you.